A storm, a spreadsheet, and a moderator trying to hold the middle. I just watched the Diary of a CEO emergency debate and came out smarter, but also spun out. If you watched it too and felt informed but emotionally exhausted, you're not alone. Because how we tell the story matters just as much as what we say. And if you want your message to land with real impact, not just noise, this breakdown is for you. Here's what it taught me about telling stories that serve, not just go viral. Because reach matters, but not if we lose the real deal on the way. So let's start with Gary. He had valid points. He brought full body conviction, urgency, emotion. His brand is East London boy who sees through the system and isn't afraid to name it. He knows how to hit the limbic system hard. In fact, my inner gecko, my reptilian, is still hiding under a rock somewhere, shaking. But he stayed locked in what I call performance pessimism, repeating collapse narratives without opening much space for imagination or collaboration. His urgency is real, but his constant disruptions and looping questions weren't building understanding. They were dominating the emotional space. So he didn't move the conversation forward, he held it hostage in alarm. Then there's Daniel, calm, composed, emotionally regulated, to the point I genuinely wondered if he'd swallowed ChatGPT. His strategic clarity, impressive. His patience, oh my God. I wanted to borrow it. Actually, I wanted to bottle it and sell it as gummies for anyone whose hormones are wreaking havoc. That could be my £300 million exit strategy, and that gets me around the table discussing how I'm going to pay my taxes. But at times, it felt emotionally disconnected. Logic alone doesn't make people move, and too much calm can give off villain vibes. Think politicians. And then there was Stephen, usually super brilliant, and here it felt like he was overwhelmed. I wanted him to wake up sooner. He felt like a well-meaning parent whose kid just had their first tantrum in public. At about 1 hour 24, he started asking bridging questions. And at the end, he brings it all together and ties it all up. And it's beautiful again. But the debate is 2.5 hours long. Who even has that time? So, to be fair, they did offer ways forward. Daniel says there's opportunity, take it. Gary said understand money, work hard, and brace for impact, get political. But neither path feels terribly accessible when you're already burnt out, under-resourced, or excluded from the game. And then the conversation gets political. The comments become a sport. Who's right? Who's out of touch? Who's the real one? Who's to blame? But that's not the real question. The real question is, what kind of story helps more of us find our footing? What kind of leadership moves people, not just platforms? Because it's not just about being correct, it's about being constructive. So, what can we learn from this if we care about storytelling that creates real impact? From Gary, we can learn, don't just stir fear, stabilize it. Let urgency land with direction, not just disruption. And show us that you're still listening, still learning, still letting new ideas in. From Daniel, we learn that calm is powerful, but connection needs emotion. Speak into the fear before you offer a plan. Show us the logic and the humanity. And from Stephen, we learn to moderate like it matters. Interrupt early, not to dominate, but to guide. Don't just hold the mic, hold the space. Because impact isn't about being the loudest or the smartest. It's about helping people make meaning and move forward. That's the kind of leadership I'm here for. Oh, and now a word from our sponsor. Get 10% off my newsletter if you subscribe now. Okay, I'm kidding. It's free, but you know I'm going with it, right? Yeah, I wish I had a sponsor.